Success is a series of failures. To achieve success in life, you must fail and keep on failing.
Most people look at the lack of resources. I don't have the time, the money, the know-how, and they take themselves out. Successful people do the opposite.
You know, people always say things like, oh, it's not the destination, it's all about the journey. People who say that are people who don't know where the hell they're going.
What do you want? Yeah, what are you good at? You have to know what's important for you.
Last week, I was watching some of our videos whilst working out, and 4 rules stood out to me on 4 of the different videos, and I highlighted them, and I thought, why not share them with you guys? So here are those 4 rules for success. Today's video is sponsored by Mulliganbrothers.com, where you can now get the Not a Journal ready for the end of the year. Link in the description where all the profits go back into creating this content. You can also become a channel member with the link in the description as well. Before that, here are 4 rules for success that I found extremely helpful and I think will give you some insight into how to become successful. Let's jump into the video.
Don't quit, don't ever quit. You know, persistence beats resistance. You know, that for me, quitters is failure. You know, but also understand that failure is, you know, success is a series of failures. So people that quit, the only people that fail are people that quit. You know, if that stops you from achieving your goals, then, you know, you have failed. You're embracing failure. The hard path is the only path. You know, at the end of the day, you have to push through that short-term discomfort for any long-term gain. And that is the ethos of Breakpoint. But nothing comes easy. You know, a lot of people say that there were so many obstacles in the path. The obstacles are the path. And it is always short term. You know, it's a case of just pushing through that short term discomfort. Embrace the discomfort, that's where you grow. Success is a series of failures. You've got to keep on, to achieve anything in life, to achieve success in life, you must fail and keep on failing. And always, when you start always know that if you're failing throughout your life, as long as you're not repeating the same failures, that you're growing at the same time.
So my father died when I was in my late 20s. I was a real estate agent, and I was paying off his debt from his illness and from his back taxes. I too had gone through a divorce. I sued the company I was working for in the airlines for wrongful dismissal. I lost a ton of money. I learned a lesson there, and I was on my mom's couch, $30,000 in debt. And I was looking for a way to get out fast, so I decided to get into real estate, but I was really bad at real estate, so I struggled. And I worked part-time jobs to pay for gas for my car. And then I got this mentor who helped me get better and better at it. And within 4 years, I was selling 100 homes a year. I was the #1 agent. He walked in my office one day and he says, "Rock, I'm gonna sell you the company." I was still paying off debt. I didn't know how to read financial statements. I didn't know how to lead a company. I was still this kid just selling real estate. And I said to him, he goes, "Do you want to buy the company?" I said, "Yes." And inside I said, "Oh my God, what's going to happen? I'm going to die. I'm going to go bankrupt." But I just knew that I could figure it out. And so I have this big saying, say yes and figure it out later. So I became very focused, very coachable, very curious, very open. And I just learned a ton in the next couple of years, bought this company, and I was making like $300,000-$400,000 as an agent. Next year, I made $1 million plus as a broker. I was running an agency with 94 agents, and within 4 years, I took it to 275 agents. Didn't know what I was doing half the time. I just kept on saying yes, figuring it out, learning, bluffing, acting as if, taking another course, learning a new language, saying, yes, I have the solution for you, but you know what? I got another meeting coming up in 5 minutes. Let me get back to you in a couple of hours. Buy some time, get on the phone, research, find the answer, come back to the person and say, here's the answer. So say yes and figure it out later is about being resourceful. Most people look at the lack of resources. I don't have the time, the money, the know-how, and they take themselves out. Successful people do the opposite. They put themselves in the arena. They put themselves in the situation that forces them to have a sense of urgency to find the solution. And then they go on a treasure hunt to find that solution. And they don't care about losing. They care about learning. And with that mindset, you can be an entrepreneur. You just get better every day until you find the solution.
Look, people ask me, what's the key to success? The key to success is developing a set of skills that become so natural to you that people will pay you for the set of skills, right? So when you talk about, being an entrepreneur and worrying about money and stuff like that, well, you have to properly plan, and people, look, I came from the military. We don't make very much money in the military. I had to plan. I had to save money. I had to take jobs that I really didn't want to do just to move in that direction for a belief, right? So some people, they want to be, an artist, let's just say an artist. And they're willing to sleep in their cars. They're willing to go days without eating, right? So to me, it's just about that. Are you willing to die for this? Then if you're not, then, look, don't even get started. If you don't have the discipline, don't even get started. You're just you're wasting your time, you're wasting your money, right? But if you want to be an entrepreneur, first is that, first you need to come up with a good business plan, and that's built off of intelligence. And you can do that for free. Social media, if you need to build a brand, that's free. Right? I didn't have very much money when I started my entrepreneurship. I took my whole savings and I placed it on a thought. So that's the thing, is that you have to believe in it, but don't go in there blindly. You have to look at the intelligence, right? So that's what I say to the entrepreneurs is, first, what do you want? What are you good at? Because if you make a lot of money and you're good at this, but you don't want it, you never wanted this, then it's work. It's work. So you're telling me you're going to a job that you hate based off on a vision of what you perceive as happiness, which is external. If I have a nicer car, bigger house, nicer clothes, right? You go off of a vision externally. So the thing is, being an entrepreneur, you have to know what's important for you.
What do you want in life, right? And that's why for me, it's always important to define first the goal. What do you want in life, right? Once you know what you want in life, then you know what tools you want, which area of the mind you need to function in order to get there. People always say things like, oh, it's not the destination, it's all about the journey. You've heard that statement before. I'm like, what the hell? People who say that are people who don't know where the hell they're going. That's why they say who cares about the destination?
Yeah.
Imagine your friend called you up this coming weekend and said, hey, Jordan, do you want to go grab a beer? And you say, great, let's do it. And your friend says, okay, I'll see you at 8. And he hangs up. Is it going to be a problem for you?
Yeah, I want to know where it is, yeah.
Yeah, because there's a million bars in London.
Yeah.
Right? So where are you going to be? The destination is important. Mm-hmm. Then the destination defines your journey. Whether you take the tube, you walk, you crawl, whatever it may be, But you need to know the destination, and that helps you define all the other pieces that come after that. My guru had a beautiful saying to encapsulate this. He said, there's nothing more important in life than knowing who you are, the path that you're on, and its final end. Right? Who are you? What path are you on? And where are you going? Even when you make a meal, Jordan, you're inviting your friends over and say, like, hey guys, come over. I'm going to cook you dinner this weekend, this Saturday. Do you not have a plan, a goal in mind? Like, what am I going to cook? Is it spaghetti? Is it maybe let's have curry and a beer? Okay, what do I need to make curry? I'm going to have to go to the Indian store, buy some spices. We need to have a goal in order to know what food to cook. You go to the bar to meet your friend, you say to the bartender, I want a beer. He goes, that's awesome. I'm glad you know that. What kind of beer would you like? just saying I want a beer is not enough because there's 50 taps there. How does he know what kind of beer you want? Is it a light? Is it something strong? Is it home brewed? Is it Irish? Is it Scottish? Italian, German, Dutch? Can we get a little bit more specific? And you were just at the bar having a beer. So why is it when it comes to life and spirituality, all of a sudden you think you don't need to be specific, you don't need a goal, you don't need anything?
It's more important. Like it's a lot more important. Yeah.
Just for a pint, right? First of all, I've been to bars in England. You need a pass to get to the bar because it's crowded, right? So you need to weave your way through all those bodies, right? And have beer not spill on you to get to the bar. And then when you get to the bar, you need clarity of what it is you want. And you may have all of 10 seconds to tell the guy, or 5 seconds, before he moves on to somebody else. And if you're sitting there going, I'm not sure, he's going to go tend to somebody else. He's not going to hang around and watch you think what beer you want. And
So
then, you know, it's so bizarre, you know, when it comes to everyday life, people are understand the need to be clear and specific about their goal. But then when it comes to spirituality, it's just like, you know, just be present, be mindful. That's good enough.
Thank you so much to all the speakers involved. Rock Thomas, some of my favorite guys, Tulam as well. The links are in the description so you can find out more about them. Today's video was made possible with Mulliganbrothers.com, the best motivational clothing brand in the world, where you can now get the Not a Journal. The journals are absolutely flying off the shelves at the moment, and there is only a limited quantity. For the end of the year, we expect all the journals to be gone. I know a lot of people are preparing for 2023. So if you fancy doing that, click the link in the description. You can get some journals and organize your year, your day. My favorite way of starting the day as well. Have a blessed and productive day. Go inspire some change, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.